ki yebe na bi jobren ye ne nying fufulu bi toba mvoy bi toba mion anam Cameroun anam wan.
Ensemble, main dans la main pour préserver l'unité de notre cher et beau pays, le Cameroun.
C'est un message de Royal FM, la radio des auditeurs.
Il est 6h sur Royal FM.
The 6 a.m. with Jessica Atangana.
Good morning, dear listeners, and welcome to this newscast. Tuesday, 2nd February 2021. You are listening to the 6 a.m. news on the Royal FM and live on Facebook. I am Jessica Tangana, the top story. The Minister of Territorial Administration calls on road users to be more careful in order to reduce road accidents.
It is a very sad situation. And as the minister in charge of civil protection, I've come here to leave one message. Because of our carelessness, 55 people died. And President Paul Biya has done something which is wonderful. But it is important for us to sensitize the population.
Get details on this and more in the minutes ahead. The Minister of Territorial Administration blamed human carelessness for the tragic road accident at Sanchu and Chang on the 27th of January 2021, which claimed the lives of 55 persons. Speaking yesterday during his visit on the accident site, Minister Paul Atangaji called for more vigilance on the part of drivers. Here is an excerpt of the minister's declaration.
It is a very sad situation. And as the minister in charge of civil protection, I've come here to leave one message. Because of our carelessness, 55 people died. And President Paul Biya has done something which is wonderful. And this was announced by the Minister of Transport, who was here on the spot, that the government will give assistance to all the bereaved families. But it is important for us to sensitize the population that because of carelessness, we can have things like this to occur. 55 people who die after the Tina who died in Dikilmiki, and after those who died in other places, in the same circumstances. It means that more than ever, we should remember that because of carelessness, we are putting the lives of others in danger. So more than ever, we have to be responsible in the way we handle issues. The investigations are ongoing, and I think at the end of the investigations, maybe other decisions will be taken.
And in the same line, the Minister of Transport, Jean-Ernest Masena Ngale Bibehe, presided a meeting with public transporters and transport trade unionists in the West region to put in place measures to curb road accidents, with the main measure, the banning of night traveling. Our reporter Gementa therefore spoke with some Cameroonians to get their opinions on the ban of night traveling. Take a listen to this report.
When it comes on what Cameroonians think of night traveling, divergent opinions arise as the increasing number of road accidents keep on escalating.
I'm against night traveling because it's very risky, because maybe accident want to happen, passengers are sleeping inside the car, you don't know when the accident wants to happen. So for me, it's very risky to travel in the night. It's better to travel at least in the morning, so you can be seeing places, you know what is going on and how to handle it, because some of the passengers, maybe they wouldn't have died if they were not sleeping. Then for me, it's very risky to travel in the night. So if they reduce the rate of traveling in the night, at least most of the accidents will not be happening.
If to some Cameroonians, reducing the number of traveling buses and trucks in the night is expected so as to avoid road accidents, others don't welcome night traveling at all.
That journey for night not fine, because that worker for night they so now driver if the worker they sleep sometimes if forget road if for track before another may drive for night. I think my own say me then cancel that one for night, maybe we take journey for daytime.
However, for night traveling fans, the problem is not at the level of the time one should travel, but instead on the need for road users to be conscious, and also good road infrastructure should be constructed.
I don't think the problem is night traveling. The The problem is maybe they drive not resting enough in the night and driving. Where they had the accident, it is a curve, it goes like this. We call it falaise. It turns like this. And if you are not very careful, you are not very alert, you can easily have an accident even during the day. So I'm not against night traveling.
Though these Cameroonians share divergent points of views, it's of both importance that effective and concrete measures should be implemented to curb road accidents in our country.
In another news, Serge Ngassa, a Cameroonian cocoa producer based in France, received the support of Cameroon's government to set up a cocoa processing plant in the country after presenting his project to the Minister of Trade, Luc Malgram-Balga-Tangana. The support comes in since the project falls in line with the drive to transform the economy, as can be heard in this excerpt from the minister.
We are involved in structural conversion of our economy. It means that we need to process locally our products and to give them add value. Through that project promoted by Ms. Ngassa, we are fully involved in this operation of conversion of economy and promotion of made in Cameroon. We can produce and we can also process. After that, of course, we have the local market, we have the sub-regional market, and we have the continental market. It means that the Made in Cameroon program is
Bilingualism Week kicked off yesterday with the beginning of some activities to promote the two national languages in our country. This year's term is Bilingualism, a tool for a resilient, qualitative and inclusive education. State authorities like the Minister of Youth and Civic Education and Secondary Education presided some activities in schools in the far north and west region. To this effect, our reporter Susan Nayonge spoke with some Cameroonians to know if the government efforts to promote bilingualism is yielding fruit. Take a listen.
There are lots of ideas regarding the level of bilingualism in the country, though for some people, there is still a lot to be done. This is the case of Dylan, who decries the situation.
Bilingualism in my neighborhood is kind of a myth because it's very rare to see somebody speaking both languages. Only if maybe a francophone who goes to an anglophone school, that's when the person might be bilingual. But a francophone who is only going to a francophone school, they don't really apprehend the language. For them, it's a joke. And since some anglophones are moving up to Yaoundé, they are forced sometimes to learn the French language. That's where I can even think of bilingualism.
Just like him, Catherine says that bilingualism still has a long way to go.
What is done is not bad, but it's not enough. Because, for instance, in my neighborhood, up to now, people are not able to talk both languages. Every morning, maybe I want to buy some bread. Because I'm used to English, I'll go maybe and say, "Good morning, sir." Immediately he will hear an English speaking, he'll be like, these people have come again. I don't know if because they are afraid or because they don't want to make mistakes. They try to sign something instead of talking. So it's kind of difficult.
They are just among the many others who have things to say regarding the state of bilingualism, as some persons, unwilling to voice out themselves, say that the lack of bilingualism is one of the causes of the current crisis plaguing the two English-speaking regions of the country. Hence, hopes are that someday everyone will get to a level where the rate of understanding both official languages and interacting with them will be equal.
In more news, special recruitment of 2,100 elite soldiers is ongoing across the national territory, with the first phase of at Ebolova, and in conformity with the schedule of the Ministry of Defense. The candidates are undergoing identification, orientation, as well as preliminary medical checkups in order to integrate Cameroon's Rapid Intervention Battalion B unit. In another note, ex-separatist fighters in Boya have gone to the street yesterday to protest poor living conditions at their rehabilitation center. The former rebels were protesting to denounce the poor treatment by the administration. Truck of police officers were quickly dispatched to the scene to calm the situation, since most fighters had picked up sticks to show their grievances. In our human interest story, an explosive has left one dead and another injured in the Bipanda neighborhood in Douala. Report says the duo are believing to have been fabricating an explosive when it went off in their home, hence killing one and injuring the other. Out of the country, the telephone numbering in Ivory Coast has gone from 8 to 10 digits for fixed and mobile lines. The 10 billion numbers are now available with the new mobile operating plan. The Ivory Coast Telecommunication Regulatory Authority intends to deploy this new numbering scheme for a period of 50 years. And in sports, the intermediate Lions of Cameroon have arrived Limbe ahead of their clash against defending champion Morocco in the semi-finals of the 2020 African Nations Championship. The game is slated for this Wednesday, beginning as from 8 p.m. at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium. Mali and Guinea, on their part, will measure soccer strength in the first semi-final at the Jopama Stadium at 4 p.m. That was all for our 6 a.m. newscast on Royal FM 88.4 with Irish Kemwe as our sound engineer, Alan Kwekam as our video editor, Carol Prudence Chenche was our studio clerk. Editorial coaching was done by Jean-Patient Chala, coordination was done by Bertrand Ouna, and general supervision was done by Reverend Pastor Emmanuel Beside. At the presentation, I was Jessica Tangana. Thanks for listening. I welcome in the studio Dominique Lemva. Bonjour Dominique.
Bonjour Jess Tangana. Ça va Jess? Jessica Tangana. C'est vrai que vous êtes la deuxième Jessica que je connais de ma vie. La première m'a brisé le cœur. Mais de toutes les façons, vous êtes jovial, sympathique, il n'y a pas de souci.
Ouais, il n'y a pas de souci.
Bien sûr. Eh bien, on va parler de la question de monnaie. Vous savez que ce soit dans le taxi, que ce soit dans les boutiques, les pharmacies, il y a toujours ce problème de monnaie. Qui doit chercher véritablement la monnaie? Le client ou alors simplement le vendeur? Les auditeurs vont donner leur point de vue sur la question.
D'accord. Stay tuned on Royal FM. Good day.